So, Sandy, we're going to have an argument now. I say that this is a lined pad and it's purple. What color do you say it is?
No, Brian, that's a yellow piece of paper.
Okay, the argument is over now. So from now on, we have to spend the rest of the day making each other wrong.
How are we going to do that?
Well, by telling me, I'll tell you that you're colorblind.
Maybe you're colorblind.
Maybe you're stupid.
Could be.
But the argument itself is over. And so many times we spend most of our life making other people wrong and not really getting to the fact that you have a perspective and I have a perspective. I see it from one point of view and you see it from another point of view. And there really is no need to try to make the other person wrong. Any of the scriptures that I know are talking about making people right, giving people strength, giving people freedom, giving people confidence, giving people hope. It seems to me there are two types of people. There are the lovers and the haters. And the lovers, no matter what religion they're in, no matter what philosophy they come from, are really trying to make everybody in the world right and whole. Trying to make everybody giving everybody in the world permission to fit. And on the other hand, it seems to me to be the haters, and I know it sounds like a strong word. But I think these are people that would like to spend more time making the other person wrong than trying to allow the other person to fit where they are. The bigots who don't like gays also don't like Catholics, and they also don't like Muslims, and they don't trust Buddhists. The lovers are the people who see the good in every situation. And there are exceptions, because when somebody steps on my toes, I yell and say, "Ow, you son of a gun." But that only lasts for a second. I think the other people, those that can't see the good in anything, are blinded. I think about the Dixie Chicks, how much that they have changed the thinking in the United States. That several years ago now, I guess it is 2 or 3 years ago, they stood up to be counted. They stood up to say what they believed, and one of them said what she believed. Since then, many philosophies, government parties, traditions, and churches have hidden behind their philosophy or their polity to not speak for themselves, but to put their fears and anxieties and guilt on a church or philosophy that they claim represents them. And I think they do tremendous harm to those organizations. They say, my church doesn't believe in this. My family doesn't believe in this. Our family values don't allow for this. But I think their fear and anxiety, their hatred, comes through when they aren't strong enough to say what their beliefs are. It seems to me today in public, the passive voice is the preferred vehicle for communication. And the passive voice doesn't say anything. But I think strong people, and I look to those Dixie Chicks as being really models, not the churches and not the philosophies and not the schools, but some group of people, in this case just 3 women, who are willing to stand up and say, this is what I believe. This is what I am willing to stand for. This is what they sacrificed their career on, standing up for something they believe. And they were really dragged through the dark night. They were crucified. They lost money. They lost status. But somehow they didn't back down. And over a 3-year period, I think they have regained their self-confidence. They've regained the confidence of the American people, to a large extent to the American people, and they have been proven to be correct in their assumptions that somebody lied and people died and We do have a war that was created on lies. Well, that's all I have to say for this time around. God bless the Dixie Chicks.